I'm also thinking now, what the fuck is it about 2001 and 2002 where it was these kinds of movies? Because you said before about Donnie Darko, that was 2001. Mulholland Drive was 2001. And then there's like all these other like mystery, neo-noir, thriller, bullshit.
Even Final Destination one. It's 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it like all appeared around that time frame, but like talking about late 90s, early 2000s, I saw this quote which was, everyone knows the 90s didn't end until 2007. And for me, that's so true, because it's like, oh yeah, that's a 90s song or that's a 90s movie, and they're like, it came out in 2005. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. To me, it's a 90s movie because it's the same technology, it's the same like framing structure, cinematography, actors that were popular in the 90s. Whereas for me, the 2000s didn't even begin until, I don't know, Timberland, Lady Gaga, pop music.
Nelly Furtado. Yeah.
Nah, she's 90s to me.
She's 90s.
My friend Lockie has a theory that the 90s never happened, because like the first half of the 90s was just like the 80s wearing off, and then like the second half of the 90s was just like gearing up for the 2000s.
It's true. I look at some early 90s like movies, early 90s music, TV shows, all that stuff, and it feels like it's still stuck in the 80s. But I had this thought the other day, and I don't know if you two agree, but you know how back when we were kids, if there was like an old movie from like the 70s or the 60s or songs of that time, we're just like, that's old, I could never get into it. Like if it's a movie that I haven't seen, but it was released in say 1992, 1994, like there's this one Alicia Silverstone movie called The Crush, and I've heard good things about it, so I decided to watch it. I could not watch it because I'm like, this is too dated. Like I can't physically watch this. And I thought, is this how we felt as kids? Like looking at 60s and 70s movies, and now it's happening with early 90s movies. So
I watched that movie in years, but I remember liking it when I was younger, The Crush.
I have a huge crush on Alicia Silverstone, so that's mainly the reason why I wanted to watch it. And then I was like, oh, Dr. Gordon's in this film.
Carry on this.
Hey, squirrel friend. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.